This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Chesapeake Eye Center.
Well, imagine what it would be like to hear your child's voice and then all of a sudden the sound is no more.
It happens every day due to conditions like regressive autism, something that resembles autism, called childhood disintegrative disorder, hearing loss, and even more. And that more is what we're focusing on right now. There is a rare genetic disorder. It's called Rett syndrome. And put simply, your child goes from showing normal early growth and development to the loss of hand movements, seizures, and intellectual ability. The condition almost exclusively affects girls at a rate of 1 in every 10,000 to 15,000 births in all racial and all ethnic groups. Now, there's no cure, but thanks to technology, there is hope. In 2013, when Maggie Telzer was 2.5, she stopped talking.
Over the course of probably 4 months, words were just dropping off.
Around the same time she became nonverbal, the only child of AJ and Jenny Telzer was diagnosed with Rett syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that almost exclusively affects girls, about 1 in 10,000. Devastated by the diagnosis, the couple struggled to adjust to a life with a child who can't communicate.
Whenever there's something wrong, they can't tell you what's wrong. You have no idea if they're hungry, if they're thirsty, if they're hurt, there's 1,000 problems they could have, and you just can't know how to help them.
Now 4.5, Maggie is unable to write or do sign language because she doesn't have the use of her hands. So the Telzers turn to this, an eye gaze computer called the Toby.
The Toby operates with 2 cameras down at the bottom that by some logarithm calibrate to the irises in your eyes. And so you're able to look at something on the screen and the cameras pick up your eyes and then activate the screen.
Since Maggie can't read yet, the Toby has pictures and icons, and with a lot of practice and trial and error, Maggie is talking again.
I'm Magnolia. My friends call me Maggie.
And today, Maggie showed off her new voice.
I like jumping super high.
And you like jumping super high? I remember the first time she used it to say, "I love you," which she's never been able to say before. Just how important that was for the both of us to hear.
It's a relief. There's no other word. It's just a relief.
Since she's been mastering the eye gaze computer, Maggie has started to vocalize again, making sounds, even saying 2 words recently, Mama and Dada.
Just to be able to hear her voice, it's really exciting for us because we have literally been living in silence for so long.
I'm having a good day.
You're having a good day? Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Isn't she just cute as a button? Now, right now, there is no cure for Rett syndrome, but researchers say there is hope on the horizon. Did you know scientists have actually found a way to reverse it in mice?
That is wonderful, and that just proves how valuable our eyes are. I mean, just imagine using them to say, "I love you," like little Maggie did. And so it goes without saying, we need to protect our eyes, and that also means protecting what protects our eyes, our eyelids and eyelashes. Dr. Catherine Smoot of Chesapeake Eye Center shows us how and why.
Most women give their eyelids plenty of attention every morning when they apply makeup. But Dr. Catherine Smoot with Chesapeake Eye Center says for many people, that's about the most attention that part of their face gets.
But for the most part, I don't think an individual appreciates how important the eyelid and the surrounding structures are to the eye itself.
Dr. Smoot says the 2 major functions of the eyelids are protection and comfort, thanks to your blink reflex.
Your tears are made at the outside of the eye. They drain to the inside. So blinking keeps those tears washing across, lubricating and bringing oxygen to your cornea and keeping you comfortable overall.
The protection starts with the eyelashes. Dr. Smoot says they trigger the eyelids to blink in the first place.
Eyelashes, if you think of them sticking out there, are the early warning system. And if something blows towards your eye or it gets into your eye, or for example, when you get that air puff, that pressure, you tend to blink because those eyelashes are sensitive and they're triggering you to blink quickly.
So you want to pay particular attention to any lash loss you may be experiencing.
Maybe you have alopecia and you're losing your lashes. You may have chronic lid inflammation that causes lash loss. All of these things can not only be a cosmetic issue, but could be a functional issue as well.
Dr. Smoot says certain medical conditions can affect your blink, such as Parkinson's disease, cancerous tumors, Bell's palsy, and thyroid disease.
And when you don't have that same blink, you're not lubricating your cornea, you're much higher risk for injury to the cornea, such as dry eye, ulceration, infections, corneal scarring.
Dr. Smoot says protecting the skin around the eyes is important in preventing skin cancer, which commonly occurs on the lower lid toward the inner part of the eye.
It's important that those are diagnosed and removed because, like with any other skin cancer, they can infiltrate and become more aggressive.
Dr. Smoot recommends sunscreen, but for the areas closer to your eyeballs, she says good quality sunglasses and a wide-brimmed hat are good protection. What we put on our eyelashes and lids can also create problems like blepharitis, which is inflammation of the eyelid margins. Although common, it's easily preventable.
For women, make sure you remove your makeup with a good eye makeup remover. That's a place not to skimp on your cosmetics. And for everybody, once a day, maybe when you take a shower, just a warm washcloth, open your eyelid and wash the base of those lashes gently. Scrub. Everybody closes their eyelids and maybe you never get that lash base.
Dr. Smoot says this not only keeps the eyelid margins clean, it promotes healthy oil production, which is essential to eye health. And speaking of makeup, Dr. Smoot says it can certainly cause problems.
No, sure, especially women who don't want to regularly change their makeup and use old tubes. It can certainly harbor bacteria and things that can lead to issues.
And Dr. Smoot says to always call the doctor if you notice a lesion or unusual spot on your eyelids, or if you suddenly start losing your eyelashes. And for more information on Chesapeake Eye Center, go to our website, WBOC.com, click on our picture at the top of the page. Well, we all want our eyes to look great in pictures, and these days you have a ton of control over how you look in those pictures. Just, take a selfie, why not? And if you want to get creative, get your hands on this, a selfie stick. But as fun as they seem, there's a ton of concern about selfie stick safety. We'll lay it all out for you next.
Well, selfie sticks weren't around in this guy's generation, but at 100 years old, he's proving he's just as fit as athletes who are decades younger. A little bit later on, we're going to introduce you to this young at heart athlete, and you're going to hear how he's going down in the record books.
But first, we've been talking about the health of your eyes. Dr. Oz has more now on another condition and who is most at risk.
Hi, I'm Dr. Oz. Glaucoma is a leading cause of blindness and vision loss in the U.S. It occurs when pressure in the eye builds up over time, damaging the optic nerve. Anybody can develop glaucoma, but the risk increases with age and family history. Early detection is essential for controlling glaucoma, so get your eyes checked every 2 years.